Hey, what's going on, guys? Garden Shed here, and welcome! So, today, it's rather exciting. I'm off to go test ride a couple of bikes. They'll be in different videos. But, yeah, Mandy and Ian are coming along with me. Now, I haven't done a real talkie video for quite a while, and I really regret that. Yeah, I haven't done a talkie vlog for quite a while. Just been bimbling along like a crazy person. Doing events and stuff like that, and I've a lot of group rides I kind of forget just to talk and just go and enjoy the ride. So yeah, and also a lot of vlogs and stuff I've done. Ever since I got back from Scotland, I've been hampered with corrupt file issues, which is really doing my nuts in. I think it's something to do with the memory cards. I changed my drift, so it's either the drift. I've still got Ghost S. I just bought a new one because the heat shield on the inside had gone. I couldn't get another one, and it was making the battery expand. So yeah, I've gone and bought myself a new one. So it's either the camera or the memory card. But I was having corrupt files from some of the roads in Scotland, which was all rather annoying. So hopefully today we'll get a good vlog in. Have some fun on some bikes, it'll be good. Last saw Ian and Mandy, it was on Tuesday. I didn't take my camera with me, it was a bit of a rush job. I decided I was bored and I wasn't going to go on a bike even. I wasn't really in the mood to. You know those moods that you're in and you just can't be bothered to do anything? Well, I was in one of those and there was a bike night, and I thought, well, they've gritted all the roads around me. It's a pain to try to get my bike out of the village. I'll just give this one a miss. Anyway, in the end I was sat there and thought, well, I'm a bit bored, so I might as well go. And went to, I think it's called Performance Moto in Melton, who were doing sausages and burgers and a bit of an open evening, so that was quite good. And when I got there, I fell in love. Absolutely head over heels in love for a bike. It's called an S1M, and I'm going to get this wrong. I want to call it a Grand Mariniera. It's not. It's a Grand... oh god, I'm never going to remember it now. Anyway, it's a I'll stick a picture up. It's a 440cc, retro, slightly retro looking single cylinder bike. And I saw it in brown and I thought, I'm not a fan of that. And then I saw it in green, and I said to Woman Wolf Rider at the time, oh, it's a shame they don't do it. If it was in green it would be lovely. And she went, look in the showroom, so I did. It was slightly off British racing green, but a truly awesome bike. So the chap very kindly said, oh, go for a test ride. And I did. And I fell in love even more. It sounded brilliant, it was vibrating to buggery, but it had so much character. It wasn't quick, it was only had 35 horsepower. I was so tempted to go and buy one, I can't tell you. I got the insurance quotes, worked out road tax, all the running costs of it, and in the end I thought, well, it took a chap with a friend to talk me out of it. The issue was it would have meant spending quite a chunk of the deposit that I've got towards the house, and at the end of the day, I suppose, you know, there's not much point in having loads of bikes if you've got nowhere to keep them. So I don't want to live with Dad for the rest of my life, as much as I get on with him. As much as I love him, he's my father, but yeah, it'd be nice to have my own space. But the other part of it was, because it was a company, SWM, they only came about recently, despite being around in the 70s and 80s, and they were entered into liquidation. Someone bought them a few years ago. There was no information on resale value of these things, or the reliability. You know, if it had been an established brand, then I could have done more proper research on it, as I did with Katie before I bought her. I would have bought it hands down. And still, you know, if I had a house and I had the money, I would have bought it. So you never know. Maybe one day we may be able to afford a luxury like that. But you couldn't have it as your only bike. It's very low powered, very vibrating, and verging on uncomfortable. In fact, it would be uncomfortable. It'd be crippling on a long ride, but just so nice. I hate this roundabout. That's neutral. But oh, the sound of it and the feel of it, I fell in love. Absolutely fell in love. I only went out for a sort of 5 minutes. I've never had so much fun on a bike. It was brilliant. But I wouldn't want to get rid of Katie. I love my Kawasaki far too much for that. She's about due for a third service. The only problem I find with this bike is the service intervals. Every 3,500 miles, which is fairly low. I know Hondas get about 8 or 9. Dad's Triumph is 7. 3.5 does seem quite a lot less. So generally she gets 2 services a year, which luckily I bought out a service plan when I got it, but yeah, that would be an expensive one. Now we are following Ian's sat-nav, so we are all going to get horrifically lost, or we'll probably end up at a Suzuki dealer, but that's not where we're going. Are we going the right way? I'm pretty sure it's Hinckley. No, Drayton Croft, Hinckley. Hinckley, it's just off the A5.
Off the A5?
Yeah.
I'm going to Kawasaki Leicester, which is Drayton Croft.
Should we pull over and I'll check which one I got a phone number for? Oh, hang on, I went off the page. I was just checking the Royal Enfield website to make sure it is the right one. How do I do that? Locate us. Dealers. Ah.
Yeah, there's Hinckley and Leicester, you see.
Is there? Should we go to Leicester?
Down the road.
Should we go to Leicester?
You can do if you want to.
It's quicker, isn't it?
Oh yeah. But would they let you have a test ride?
Soon find out. Well, I've been a bit of a muppet. And then when it's Kawasaki Leicester, I just went, yeah. And somehow I've been ringing the Hinckley one. Well, I completely fucked up. It's now... Basically, they sent the Continental to Hinckley for me to ride from there. Oh, I'm such a moron. Anyway, I think my camera's about to start, so I'm going to turn it off. Thank you ever so much for watching, and take care.